Joining me now is former Arkansas governor and former presidential candidate Mike Huckabee, good friend of the show. Mike, good having you back, my friend, Governor. So let's talk a little bit about the monologue. Apparently now, according to the liberal left, if they're not winning, it's everyone else's fault. So now Latinos are white supremacists. Asians today, we find out, are white supremacists. And we've already known African Americans who are conservative, like Clarence Thomas, clearly white supremacists. Your thoughts?
This is insane, and I think the best response we have for these crazy people is to ridicule them. Let's don't even bother trying to give them a rational response, because they're being irrational when they say Clarence Thomas is a white supremacist, that young Asian students are white supremacists, that Latinos are white supremacists. What they basically are saying is that if you don't agree with their very radical, far-left, socialistic agenda, you must be a white supremacist. And I think to that, we laugh in their faces and we ridicule them and we point out how ridiculous they have become. We do not give them quarter, and that's got to be our response to this nonsense.
Yeah, it's nonsense. And of course, this is all in response to, affirmative action going away at the Supreme Court level. Well, affirmative action encompassed African Americans and also Asians and also Latinos and also Hawaiians and everyone else, but not Hawaiians, but other parts of the country, people who came here, and somehow, if you don't vote for their ideas, it's got to be everyone else's fault. Mike, let's talk a little bit about this ongoing cocaine issue in the White House. You and I have been there quite a bit. It's someone know. They have to know who this is. What's going on?
Yeah. Look, this is the most secure building in the entire United States of America. It's more secure than Fort Knox. The place is crawling with both uniformed and, plainclothes Secret Service agents and every kind of government employee imaginable. For them to pretend that they just can't figure this out is utter nonsense. Here's what I think happened. I think that they had realized their campaign is just going in the toilet, and so they decided they needed a new a boost for their campaign. So their new slogan is, "Things go better with Coke," and maybe that's their new slogan. That's what they're going to do. I also have it on good authority, Eric, that the Biden White House and Disney are putting together a new film that'll be released in the fall called Blow White and the Seven Snorts. So it'll be coming to a theater near you soon.
Starring?
It is absurd.
We won't go there with starring.
But it is absurd, though, Eric, that this is going on. And they have changed the story, which is also costing them any level of credibility they had. They first said that it was left in a little cubby by the entrance, which makes no sense. No one walks in there with those Marines standing there and said, "Here's my cell phone, here's my pocket knife, and oh, here's my bag of Coke. I'll be back later to pick it all up." Now they're saying this was all found in a very secure area near the Situation Room, and there are very few people who ever get there, and boy, oh boy, are they ever checked out thoroughly for security. So something just doesn't smell right in this whole thing, and we really have to get to the bottom of it. I find it interesting that finally there are some people in the mainstream media that are pretending to be journalists, and they're actually asking hard questions about it.
Yeah, so look, Mike, you and I both know the U.S. Secret Service, they are some of the best. They are the top of the top, protecting that the president and his family, no matter who they are, Republican, Democrat, they don't care. My problem here is that they got to know. And I think by this, whatever they're doing in the White House, they're throwing the Secret Service under the bus because it makes them look like they're not doing their job when I know they do. How's this? Hey, Secret Service, I know a bunch of you people. You're good. Some of you are friends of mine. You want to be a whistleblower, so to speak? You want to be a whistleblower about this? Let's hear about it. Final thought, Mike.
Well, it will come out at some point because I don't think you can hide something for the simple reason of what you just said. Someone in the Secret Service has enough integrity that if they know who has done this and who is responsible, they're not going to let it go, because if they do, then they lose the credibility of being one of the finest police agencies on the planet Earth. So I would say sit tight, stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. And again, stop throwing the Secret Service under the bus, White House. Come clean, so to speak. Governor Mike Huckabee, thank you for joining us.